Can you win a race on a Chinese-made motocross bike? Our mission in this video is to find out the answer. For the last couple of weeks, me and Sean have been putting the Kove MX450 through its paces, and we've been pleasantly surprised, right, how decent this bike actually is. But the ultimate test is to see if you can use one of these to win on the racetrack. So we're here at Woodford today. Sean's going to line up in two different classes, the plus 50 class and the junior A's, hopefully. And we're going to get some gate drops under our belts. I'm going to see if the Kove 450 can power Sean to the top step of the podium.
Kove is a Chinese brand, and I know what you're thinking. Chinese bikes usually don't belong anywhere near the racetrack, but we think the MX450 here might just be the most legitimate MX racer to come out of China so far. But don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of question marks hanging over it. None of the components are from name brands that you'd recognise, and it's definitely down on power compared to its peers. But it is the cheapest bike in its class, so that's probably to be expected. After our comparison tests, we know that the Kove is slightly outgunned compared to the latest and greatest from Europe. But we genuinely do think that this Chinese machine is punching above its weight class in a lot of areas. But our main question is reliability. Can it survive a hard day's racing? It's time to find out.
First practice done.
Yeah.
Just talk us through how the bike was out there and how you're feeling going into the racing.
Yeah, no, the bike felt good. It's not rough out there yet. There's a few ruts formed, but yeah, the track's not rough, so it felt fine. We'll just see what it's like when it gets rougher. I'm a bit apprehensive with the suspension on that because I've rode it where it's been a bit rough and it doesn't quite perform. Do you know what I mean? As good as other brands, but. Yeah, you know, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's a fast old track.
At any point in those two laps, were you missing the Ducati?
Yeah, from the start. Yeah. But it ain't as fun, is it? The Ducati don't sound like that. Do you know what I mean?
No.
That was turning heads.
I think that is turning more heads than that Ducati.
Yeah.
Like we said, Sean is signed up to race 6 motos today across 2 different classes, and this is how it's going to work. He's got 3 motos in the over 50s vets class. He's also signed up to ride in what the Northampton club call the junior class. But it is an oversubscribed class, so there will be 3 qualifying races to determine who goes into junior A's, B's and C's. The junior A's will race alongside the expert class riders, as there's only a handful of those guys. Sean will start with the junior qualifying race, which has a random mix of abilities, before moving on to the first vets race, and then he'll take on the first real junior heat. So the difficulty level for Sean and the Kove will crank up after each moto. The gates have dropped, and it's a decent start for Sean, you know. He's banging bars into turn 2, but he emerges in a podium position. Sean has 1 Yamaha and 1 Kawasaki ahead of him. He sits in 3rd position on board the Chinese-made Kove. So this is a great start to the day for Sean. Sending it up the hill here at Woodford. Trying to hold it precisely around the inside line of this Kawasaki. And Sean pulled the trigger through the rollers. Not this time, but he's close. He's very close on the rear end of this Kawasaki here. He's got the inside line over the little double. Can he shut the door? Yes, he can. So Sean steals away his 2nd position here. And now he's chasing down the number 91 machine. That's Gavin Jakeman on the Yamaha. Fast section down the bottom end of the circuit here. Sean using all the power of the MX450. And it is a sight to behold when that thing goes screaming on by. It's a unique sound, that is for sure. Lap one is coming to a close. We're into the final turn now, and it's full gas up the hill. Across the finish line they go. Lap 2 is underway. Sean is looking fast and aggressive. If he keeps this up, he will be qualifying for the Junior A's, that's for sure. Triple double through the roller section. This is where Sean made the pass 1 lap ago to move into second position. Can he make the same pass here? He looks to be keen up the inside. Oh, and a mistake from Jakeman on the outside. Gifts the position to Sean. So Sean moves into the leading spot on board the Chinese-made Kove MX450. That's not a sentence that I thought I was going to be saying so early on in the day. And he's sending it now. He's looking to pull away from the pack. Secure his position in the Junior A and Expert Heat. That's a nice, decent lead. He's pulled over second and third position there as the race draws to a close. The track is in absolutely prime condition right now. Sean heads up towards the finish to take the checkered flag and take his first ever race win on the Kove MX450. That might well be the first ever win for this bike and this brand in this country.
First race, possibly first ever win for a Kove Motocross bike.
Yeah, no, it was good. But I did get arm pumped towards the end. I don't know if because I was riding tense or the suspension's a little bit off, but yeah, all in all, a win's a win, but I did get pumped up a bit, but yeah, and it's cold as well, so it takes a while for my old body to heat up, but I'll be fine in the next one. Let's have another win.
First win on the Kove, I reckon.
For sure.
Nicely done. Can't ask more than that. Yeah, that's the thing, you're probably racing riders 20, 30 years younger than you. Fair play.
Just needs a gearing because a lot of this, like this switchback section down here, I ended up being in first gear.
Really?
Yeah, and then what was happening, you're clipping a gear over the tabletop and then I'd catch neutral. So I think it needs a 1/2 smaller sprocket on the front because it's running a 14, get a 13 on it, and that will shift your gear pattern, do you know what I mean? So where I'm dropping into first, I'll be dropping into second, so I'll be using second and third is where you want to be, but you find these things out when you start racing.
So Sean's going to be running 2 different classes today. He's going to be doing 6 races, so that gives us plenty of opportunity to try out different camera setups. He's going to use the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 in one of the races, and in another one of the races we're going to use the Insta360 Go Ultra on this chin mount here for a new angle for us. This is a new one, we've never done this before, but it looks pretty sick. It's so small and light, 53 grams, so you can run it on the chin mount like this and you don't even notice it. You can film at 4K at 50 frames per second, which is the setting that we love. It's got flow state stabilization as well, so it's silky smooth footage. This is a serious little weapon. We absolutely love it. Check out the links in the description down below for more information and details about the Insta360 cameras. So this is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. It's an awesome action camera. You can replace the lens guard here, which is very important when you're doing motocross, because obviously you're getting loads of roosts and rocks thrown your way when you're out in the heat of the action. And one of my favorite features about this camera is the integrated wind guard here that gives you some amazing audio. No wind, all bike noise, all awesome. As always, a big thank you goes to Insta360.
So Sean's heading to the line for his first Vets over 50s race of the day. Can he keep the win streak alive? Let's find out. gates have dropped and Sean rips a big hole shot on board the MX450. Again, I didn't think I'd be saying that today. He leads the way then early on lap 1, ahead of Ryan Griffiths on the number 5, Guy Day on the 311 and Dale Phillips on the 272. So Sean is looking to keep his win streak going here then. There's 1 win out of 6 so far. Currently leads the second moto and is looking good out there. But like we said at the start of the video, reliability is the main question mark hanging over the Kove today. Can it last? Can it survive a full day of hard racing? It's looking good so far, but there's a lot of action yet to come. You can hear just how different that bike sounds compared to everything else out there today. But Sean's rode a smooth race here to pull away from the pack. So 272 of Dale Phillips in second and the 311 of Guy Day in third here on the final lap. As he's on the gas up and over the tabletop towards the finish line to take his second win on board the Kove. But I've got a funny feeling things are about to get a little more difficult. Sean gets ready for the first Junior A's and Expert race.
Yeah, another win, but you work that shock hard and it goes off. You can feel it. I mean, you can't even touch it. It's that hot.
That's a 12-minute race, so...
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean, and it's not a hot day, but you can feel it's gone off. Just lost all its pretty much all its rebound, so it's a bit pogo-y. I can't imagine it having the best oil in it, do you know what I mean? So shock service maybe, get some decent oil in it, might cure the problem.
So we're lining up then for the first Junior A's and Experts race of the day. Like I said at the start of the video, these riders will be 20, maybe even 30 years younger than Sean. They're going to be faster, they're going to be more intense. The racing is going to be a lot more fierce. So this is going to be the first true test for the Kove MX450 today. And for Sean, let's see if he can mix it up with this full field of Japanese and European machines. Let's go racing. The revs are up, the heads are down, and the gates have dropped. Another good jump for Sean on board the Chinese machine. He's in second around the first turn. But he gets cut off by Jamie Scott there, who takes away second position. So Sean drops back to third, but that's still a great start for him on board the MX450. Going around the outside, a mistake from Scott there allows Sean to go around the outside. It's a drag race up the hill, but the KTM shuts the door. Oh, and a mistake from Sean, a big mistake. He's hit the deck. He's getting up and watching the pack fly on past. Disastrous after such an awesome start. Sean is all the way back in 34th position. He's all the way at the back of the pack now. He's got a lot of work to do. And the red mist has most certainly descended. He's up back on the gas and charging hard. This is also a longer race as well. 15-minute race compared to the 12-minute races he's had so far today. So he's got a little more chance to fight through the pack, a little more time. He's already making good passes, slicing and dicing his way through the field here. A 2-for-1 deal there. To go up the inside, the 911 machine here. Nice tight line on board the Kove, makes the pass stick. So he's into 29th position already. That's 5 passes, just a few corners. This is going to be the first true test for the Kove. This is going to be a hard-fought race. There's a gaggle of riders just ahead of Sean. He can try and pick these riders off as quickly as he can around the outside there. Lovely move, using the power of 450 around the outside of Yamaha there. He's looking for a move around the outside here on the first turn. Can't quite make it stick there. He's got the inside line into the next corner, keeps it nice and tight, makes the move stick. Up the inside of the Yamaha, who drifts wide. Oh, into the fence there for the Yamaha. Now he's got the Kawasaki of Lottie Taylor ahead of him. Sean goes around the outside, it's a drag race up the hill, and into 24th goes the MX450. So 10 positions in 1 lap, that's good going. He's now around the outside of the KTM 2-stroke, carrying speed, carrying momentum. Can Sean hit the triple here through the rollers? No, it's a double, and then bounce on through the rest. Can make up a lot of time through the rollers there if you hit the triple. Quickly onto the back end of the next pack of riders, wasting no time making passes. Next group, they're in their own little battle. This is not going to be easy for Sean to make moves on these guys now. They are fighting for their own positions, they're in their own races here, and they're not just going to roll over for Sean. Two Yamahas battling. It's going to give the spot for Sean there as they tie up. I bet Sean goes into the fence this time. Back and forth they go. But Sean holds on to 20th now. He's into the top 20. He's got the 266 of Jack Desborough on board his YZ. Or 125. Jack's a friend of the channel here. And Sean's looking to go around the outside of him and out drag him up the hill on board his big 450. Closes the door on Jack to take 19th position away. Then on the gas, back down the hill. Another nice pass for Sean there. Look at that, wiping the camera. Good lad, keeping the view nice and clean for us. That's what we like to see. And there's that triple into the rollers, and then double out. So much speed and momentum through there. Gives him another position. So Sean just made a move on the 565 of Reese Wayne there, who would typically be a lot further up the field, so I should think he's maybe had a problem as well. Oh, and a bit of bar banging going on there. The door was shut on Sean's face there. and then Wayne goes back through. So Sean lost a spot, gained a spot. He comes out of that exchange in 15th position. Now he's chasing the Kawasaki. Sean is into the top 15 now, but the pass is becoming harder and harder to make. That's another lap clipped off. We're on to lap 4 now, halfway through the moto. Sean hits the triple and makes another pass through his favourite spot on the track. Oh, and there's a nice little sneaky line at the end of there as well. There's another group of riders just ahead of Sean here, so the carrot is still there to chase. Sean has been strong down this back straight here, the fastest parts of the track. Oh, and that's a lovely move around the outside of the KTM. A great pass from Sean there to move into 13th position. Remember, he started in 34th, so this has been a good, strong comeback from Sean. But it sounds like he might be running out of steam here. We're only halfway through the race. Let's see if he can keep the fight going. Let's see if he can keep the charge going. As long as there's a rabbit to chase, I'm sure Sean will keep on charging. Sean jumps up the inside to steal away the position, so he's into the top 12 now. He's got that flying two-stroke of Harry Flitcroft just ahead of him. So Sean continues the chase, continues the charge here. The race draws to a close. Nailed the roller section there. He's right on the rear wheel of Flitcroft now. Takes a face full of roost around the outside. Can he make the pass stick here? No. Flitcroft holds on to 11th for now. Sean is all over his rear wheel, searching for a place to make a pass stick. As these two are closing in on the next rider up the track. But the arm pump is most definitely set in for Sean now. It's been a hard-fought race for him, and it's quite understandable that he might be feeling a little tired, a little fatigued out there now. So it looks like Sean is going to settle for that 12th position then as the last lap begins. He's not quite close enough to strike, close enough to make a pass. And I think the strength is leaving him, the intensity has left him. But nevertheless, fantastic ride, fantastic fight, a fantastic comeback for Sean on board the Kove MX450. Crosses the line to take 12th. But the bike has proven itself a worthy steed in that one, that's for sure.
I blew myself out.
Mate, do you know what though?
That was a real test. The first two were exhibition races. That was a real race. That.
Yeah. I just unfortunately I caught neutral.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, and then it nearly pitched me over the bars, hit the bars, and onto the floor.
Good start though.
Yeah, I was gutted.
Second, third round the first corner.
Yeah, because I did think, get a really good start position like that. I thought, I could be on for it. Do you know what I mean? But the problem is the shot goes off. Do you know what I mean? And that I think that was a 15-minute moto.
Yeah, it was.
And the shot went off, and then it's just battering you.
Hot.
Yeah, it gets hot. The oil gets thin, and then there's no dampening it. So it's just like being on a pogo stick. And, you don't find these things out till you race them. But that's the downside of it. Is the shock just, it's it just loses all its damping, and it's like being on a pogo.
So that's an upgrade you make straight away.
Sorry?
That's an upgrade you make straight away.
Yeah, for sure. It might just be a case of putting some decent oil in it, because we don't know what's in it.
But that was as hard of a race as a normal club rider would ever get. That was an intense moto, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be some good TV.
Maybe.
We've got some action.
Yeah.
Yeah, good ride though, good ride.
So to recover from that battle, Sean lines up straight away to take on the over 50s class. Can the bike survive another hammering so soon? Let's find out. Another decent jump for Sean, but he's not going to grab the whole shot this time. That accolade goes to Guy Day on board that KTM at the front of the field. Oh, some bar banging in turn 2. Shuffles Sean back through the pack a little bit. He's in 8th at the moment. So it's not going to be such plain sailing this time around in the vets class for sure. Another mistake there in the same spot where he made the mistake the last race. Moving into 6th position now. Easy round here the outside, a lovely move to take over 5th there, nicely done. Some great throttle control from Sean. Now Sean has the number 5 of Ryan Griffiths ahead of him on board the Yamaha. And then on the gas down the bottom straight, using all the power of the Kove to move into 3rd and into 2nd around Alan Joyce then. So Sean is in 2nd now, but a distant 2nd. Guy Day is running away with things at the front on board his borrowed KTM. Sean's got his head down, he's looking to close that gap now. And slowly but surely he's chipping away at that lead. Chinese 4-stroke versus an Austrian 2-stroke here. And that gap is definitely closing now. Visually you can see Sean is catching. They're in the same turn. Sean can sniff the pass here, he can sniff the wind. Right on the rear wheel of Guy now. In the backfield of the track here at Woodford. Not the easiest spot to pass though, this end of the circuit. It's very tight and twisty. around the outside, pulls the trigger and executes the pass. So he takes over the race lead from Guy Day there. So the Kove MX450 is back into the race lead once again today. Sean is riding it hard, that's for sure. So if the bike can survive, if Sean can hold on to it, we're heading to the third race win of the day for the Chinese-made machine, which again is something that I wasn't expecting to say today in this video. But the bike is putting on a good show, it's not embarrassing itself whatsoever. As Sean crosses the line to take the win in the over 50s vets. Our awesome channel sponsors 24MX have just gone live with their massive Black Friday month deals. Be sure to head over to the website for some crazy deals on products like the mechanic stands, the race tents, tyre machines, brake pads, plastics, gear and so much more. I've left our special link in the description down below, so be sure to check it out. The campaign is running all month long this November. As always, a huge thanks goes to 24MX for supporting the channel. So after a few delays today, there's been a change in the schedule, and this will be Sean's final race. The Vets class is lining up straight after this, and Sean just won't have time to get back to the line. So this fifth race will be Sean's last chance to put the Kove MX450 on the podium against the fastest juniors and experts at this club. Let's see if he can manage it. The flag has been waved. We're ready to go racing. Let's go. There's another flying start for Sean. Triumph of Reese Wayne and the KTM of Jamie Scott ahead of him here. He looks over to see Catherine Booth on her KTM behind him there. So Sean is well up in the mix with the expert riders here. So it's Wayne leads Scott, Sean third, Catherine Booth fourth, and then James Thompson on the Yamaha in fifth position. And these riders, 20, 30 years younger than Sean, some of them. So he's doing well for an old vet, that's for sure. Thompson has made the move on Catherine Booth then to take over the fourth position. So the young gun on the Yamaha two-stroke is chasing down Sean Smith now on the Chinese bike. Oh, and Jamie Scott goes down on the inside. So that moves Sean into second position. Thompson into third. And Sean is now the lead junior A rider. Reese Wayne down the track in first, he's an expert. Thompson behind, he's an expert. Catherine Booth in fourth, she's an expert. And Sean hanging on in there, trying to fend off the attacking Thompson on the number 0 machine. But there goes James, nicely up over the double to take over second position from Sean. Can Sean hang on to this podium spot? We're halfway through the moto now. Time has been reduced a little bit compared to the earlier moto, just because of some delays in the schedule today. Sean sits in third now, but Catherine Booth there is lurking. She is most certainly one of the fastest women in this country, and she's hunting down Sean on board her KTM. Sean, he's got 2 laps to try and hang on to it, to try and hang on to this third and final podium position in the race. But remember, he is leading the way in the Junior A's category though. As lap 5 begins, we're on the penultimate lap now. It's wheel to wheel between Smith and Booth now. Gafford's all over his rear wheel now. Going around the outside here in the final turn before the finish. It's bar to bar. But Sean hangs on to third as they cross the finish line and begin the final lap. She's carrying some speed around the outside. Cuts down, steals away the position from Sean, demotes him into 4th place. And I think the old boys run out of steam here after so much action here today. But there goes Reese Wayne, he's an expert rider. He's going to take the win here in this race. James Thompson, he's 2nd. Catherine Booth, she's 3rd. All 3 of those guys, expert class riders. And then there's Sean on the Kove MX450, the first junior rider across the line. Finish out the day. What a wild ride for Sean and his Chinese steed.
So Sean, that is a full intense race day done on board the Kove MX450. What was that? 4 wins out of 5?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
You're not going out for, let's just say you're not going out for the last over 50 race.
It's running now, and because they put some races together, shortened the block, and I'd have been literally that race back out on the line. And so you know what I mean, at 54, I'm like...
So you've done 5 races, not 6. 4 wins, 1 crash. Talk us through it then. Do you think you was held back at all on this?
Yes and no. I mean, the bike's, you know, just, it's exactly what it is. It does the job. It can hold its own for sure.
Get you to the top
Do you know
step.
what I mean? Yeah, for sure. You know, really, really good bike. Everything about it is awesome. Not even had a spoke loose, nothing. So on that point, absolutely fantastic. One criticism, it would be the rear shock, because when it starts getting choppy, it just fades. Then you're holding on tighter because, you know, you're getting bounced about a lot, and you just get a bit of arm pump. So that's my, you know, the downside, the criticism of it. But, you know, it's nothing that can't be sorted. There's all the manufacturers are out there that we all have the suspension done. Do you know what I mean? Nobody has stock suspension and leaves it. So, you know, you can't really put that against the bike. All in all, it's a great package. It worked well. It got out the gate well.
You got a whole shot today, didn't you?
Yeah, and I was always up there, gearing's a little bit out, but you don't know these things until you go and race them. It's all right, practice track, felt great, come here to race it, and then you realise probably wants a tooth off the front maybe, or some on the back, just so you're not in that awkward part of the gear. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a thumbs up.
It's been an intense race day. You've done a lot of riding. It's not missed a beat really in terms of no mechanicals or anything. We posed the question at the start of the video, can you win on a Chinese dirt bike? This man has just proved that you can. What more is there to say? Fair play, Sean, you've done it again. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, and thanks to Kove UK, I think, that lent us the bike. Thanks to them.
It's proved itself a good steed, a race-winning steed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to see the adventures we've got coming up next. There's some good videos on the way. As always, my name's Max, he's Sean. You're watching 999 Laser. Till next time, we'll see you at the track.
I can feel it in my bones and that. Move our bodies 'cause we own the night.